Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with Channel Disturbance. This is a Churchill 1, it's a tier 5 British heavy tank, and this one's located on the attacking spawn of Ghost Town Assault under the command of Zamri Pororo. Is it Zamri Pororo? I do apologise if I got your name wrong, I'm just calling you Zamri from now on. Well, he's got the 57mm gun in that turret. You don't use the big gun in the centre. Unfortunately, Wargaming made that non-active. But this tank is otherwise known as the A22, and that's what it was first developed as by Vauxhall. And well, they named it after Churchill. Now, which Churchill? Well, according to some stories, they'll say it was named after John Churchill, the Duke of Beaufort. But in actual fact, Winston Churchill did have something to do with the development of this tank. And the people who actually made the tank were ambiguous about it. They sort of like suggested that it might have been named after Winston. And so it is still in doubt as to who it was actually named after. But Winston Churchill actually thanked them for naming it after his illustrious ancestor, because John Beaufort was one of Britain's military heroes for winning the War of Succession. I think it was it the Spanish Succession? Well, he certainly won. He certainly won one of the conflicts, won a major famous battle during a conflict in the past. I don't know which conflict it was. I'm really at a loss as to remember which conflict it was. But anyway, it'll come back to me afterwards. Well, it's an assault battle, so it's only 10 minutes long, and we must either cap out or kill all of the defenders within 10 minutes. And we've already had, well, nearly 2 minutes have passed, and there's only been 3 deaths so far. Now, he was spotted when he went round that corner, so it tends to suggest to me there's somebody off in the distance who saw him, and I think that was that M4. Yep, there he is. Now he's reverse side scraping. Can he get a shot on that? No. Now the 57mm gun, which is a quick firing gun, will actually do 75 alpha if it hits the target and penetrates, but it's got good penetration, 110, which is quite good for tier 5. There's the M4. You see the fire rate is really quick, 1.75 per shot, which means it's one of those guns which pinpricks its enemy to death. Death of 1,000 cuts. And that M4, well, one more shot and he's dead. And he is. And he claimed all the hit points off that M4, 460, but he lost 125 to 1 HE round from the M4, so he must have had the 105mm gun. Now, there is an enemy ahead, just around the corner. There it is, KV-85. Now, he might have the 100mm gun, but you aim for that cupola. That's his weak spot, either that or the hull. He will penetrate that easily. Doesn't want to get hit by that gun, though. And, yes, the KV-85 misfired, hit the wall. He's got long reload, so just drive in and take him out. He's trying to use the wreck for cover. Finish him off. And he's gone. In fact, he got a fire. So he burnt him to death. Right, there's a Stug over there. Stug was taking advantage. Now, Striv M42. Oh, took a tracking shot. But he can pinprick this Striv. One more shot. Yes, got the kill. So, 3 kills. And potentially he's got the high caliber as well. Now, the one thing about the Churchill, which most people don't actually understand, is that saying such a big, bulky tank, and how can that be good? Well, it's actually the tracks and the suspension are so big, they actually provide spaced armour on the enemy shots. And you see, he's that T-3485 in the distance, and he's blind firing the bushes now, so he needs to get into cover, because that T-3485 could be watching him. Oh, there he is. That one hit the tracks, but that one... Oh, okay, so he didn't do any damage. The ARL got the kill. But yes, actually, the hitbox is actually just that narrow area in the centre. That's where the crew is, and they're protected by these huge tracks either side. So it is actually quite a safe little box. And he puts a round into that Churchill one. I don't know which gun the Churchill's got, but we're about to find out by the amount of damage he does to us. Well, he's getting hit. Oh, we've got two opponents. We finish off that Striv. I think that's a quick firing 6-pounder. But you can see the weakness of the turret there. And he even got a shot into a Burt on the move. There's a Leopard up there on the heights. The quick firing gun is really handy. He's just getting hit after hit after hit. But that Leopard managed to get away. And here comes the Stug. He's turning the turret, trying to reverse side scrape. Now go to town on the Stug. He must deal with that Stug. He can't leave that guy behind him. That's a 75mm gun. Well, the Hellcat's off. Oh, is he going to try and go round? There's a Hellcat off in the distance, I believe. But I think he's going to try and drive down this end and take out the Stug from behind. There's the Stug. There he is. He's trying to run away. Oh, no. Didn't penetrate. Doesn't want to expose himself to the Leopard. They've only got 3 minutes 30 seconds left to kill all of the enemy tanks. There's only 4 of them left. He does one quick snapshot at the Leopard. But he's definitely after that Stug. He's just too slow for the Stug, I'm afraid. Now there's a Churchill 1 at Bovingdon, by the way. Oh, he didn't penetrate that one. Or that one. Oh, and the Leopard leapt over that rock there. And the Stug's been killed. He's going for the Leopard now. And, oh, he's been killed by the Leopard with that 3cm automatic cannon. And he would have got a steel wall if he'd survived the battle, but he didn't. But there's only 2 enemies remaining. The Leopard's one of them, and he just took a hit from a T-67. He's a one-shot now. And the last remaining enemy is an Su-122A. But they've only got 2 minutes 25 seconds to go. And the Leopard's down. So it's only the enemy Arty to get now. Now he must be over to the east. And there's a shell from the 122. It's one of the most inaccurate of the Artys. It's very difficult to aim that Su-122A. You really need the enemy to be closer to get an accurate shot if you because it's got such a narrow arc of fire. Over here somewhere in the bushes, I think. We're going to find him. There he is. Now go for the kill shot. One shot, and as the kill shot wins, the T-67 takes the honours. And that's the end of the game. So let's have a look at the end of battle results. And it's an ace tank for Samri Pororo in the Churchill 1. He also managed to pick up his first mark of excellence during that game. So congratulations on that as well. He also picked up a Bruiser medal, an arsonist, where we saw he set fire to that, was it the KV-85, I think it was? Set fire to him and he burned up. A duelist medal, a fighter badge and a fire for effect. Out of the epic medals, he picked up a high caliber for dealing the most damage in that battle overall. Let's have a look at the team score. There you go, right at the top of the table. 2,640 hit points of damage. Next high scorer was the Type 58 with 1,297. And then came the Burt on the enemy team with 1,083. When it came to kills, he got the highest number again. He got 5, just one short of getting his top gun. And then the Sherman Firefly managed 3, and so did the Striv M4257. He also got 3. And incidentally, he's got the same sort of gun that the Churchill has, a 57mm. When it came to base XP though, he managed to get 1,477, which is easily enough to get the ace tanker, and the next highest scorer was the Sherman Firefly with 626 and the Type 58 with 576. You can see how far above these other tanks he was. He really did carry the team quite comprehensively. He fired 61 rounds in that game, got 47 direct hits and 35 penetrations, damage of 2,640 hit points, of which 928 were at more than 300 meters. He received 12 hits from the enemy, 8 penetrations, 3 non-penetrations, and 1 hit as a result of splash damage. He blocked damage of 360 hit points in total. He spotted 1 enemy vehicle, damaged 9 of the enemy, killed 5 of them, and did damage assistance of 377 hit points. On a free-to-play account, he earned 38,582 credits, and after repair, ammunition, resupply, he actually made a loss, and that's because he used a lot of premium ammo during that game. He actually ended up with 32,060 credits in deficit. He received 1,477 base XP, got 443 for completing a personal mission, so he took away 1,920 altogether. But it certainly did show the Churchill 1 in action, and with the 57mm gun it can actually be quite a fast firing weapon, and it's very good for taking out light tanks on the move. But the one thing I would say is that the other guns, the guns that this tank can take, like the quick firing 6-pounder and the 75mm, are actually more of a challenge. They do more hit points damage per shot, and so in the sense actually the 57mm, although it is fun for a fast action battle like this, I don't think it's really the gun that really was intended for this tank, and therefore it's more skill, I think, to fire with the 75mm. But it certainly worked out with the 57mm for Zamri, so congratulations on getting the ace tanker and the first mark. If you enjoyed this replay, please give it a like and subscribe, and thank you for watching.